What is up, y'all? And welcome to T-Rain Racing, and welcome to episode number 9, I think it is. I can't remember, it's been too long. Here we are at Richmond Speedway in Richmond, Virginia, for I believe it's another night race. It may be a day race, I'm not sure. I just finished up qualifying. We're starting P5 today. We have a really fast Dollar General Chevrolet here. Practice and qualifying, I was at the top of the leaderboard non-stop. In the first round of qualifying, I ended up being first. The car's really good. It got a little hot towards the end of the run, which I can just take off tape in the middle of the race and see how that works. But we have, I think, a 60-lap race here at Richmond. It's another short track. It's a flat track. It's honestly probably one of my better tracks, but we're gonna see what happens here today. Drivers, start your engines! Here we are at Richmond Motor Speedway in Richmond, Virginia. It's a night race, so the track is going to be a little bit colder. Green flag is out and we're racing at Richmond. As we come around to complete lap 1, we actually get to the lead, and we lead the first lap of the race. It's a really thought-out track. You have to think of everything that you're doing at every single moment because it is just a flat, short track. As Denny Hamlin still trying to get a run on us, as we're getting the runs off the turns. They get too wide behind me, Carl Edwards and Denny Hamlin. We come around to complete the 5th lap of the race as Kevin Harvick goes to the inside with Kasey Kahne in tow. What we're trying to do is not keep the bottom open as we did as Kevin Harvick comes to the inside. Now we're almost going to get freight trained here on the bottom as Edwards goes by. Kozlowski gives us room on the bottom. We're going to take advantage of that, so now we're back into 4th place. Kozlowski goes to the outside. We try to get a run down the back. Still outside. As our car is a little bit sideways, almost it's like it's a dirt track out here. Trying to get around the exits of each turn, which is not a problem. The car still feels really kind of good. So we're now cleanly back up into 4th place and finally getting around Keselowski. Now we have to go after Edwards as Keselowski comes back on the outside. And they get the run off the turn that time. I'm just trying not to give the bottom up anymore. Junior goes to the bottom. We're 3 wide down the back. I get a big run off the corner going to the inside of Carl Edwards. Left the bottom open a little bit, but we close the door back on. Now we got a big run on Edwards again, going into turn number 1. We clear him for the moment, but he gets me back on corner entry. We're trying to get a run. We get into him a little bit, side draft him. This is intense racing as Kevin Harvick and Kasey Kahne try and pull away in front. Edwards kind of cuts down in front of me as I get a big run down the front stretch. Left the bottom open a little bit for Tony Stewart. Like it into Keselowski. Kind of gets the car a little sideways, blocking the bottom from Jimmie Johnson. High impact, tense racing up here towards the front. That completes lap 11 of the 60 lap race. Now we're starting to leave the bottom open. The car is just a little bit tight on entry and a little loose on exit. Kind of a mixed bag of tricks here. We're 4 wide down the front stretch, and we're getting turned. Well, who was that? Was that Gordon that turned me? Was that really Gordon that just turned me? Let's see what happened here on the replay. It doesn't go back that far. That is an unfortunate turn of events. It says our engine is damaged and we have a left front wheel hub bent. That might be why the car was acting the way it was on long run. So I'm going to come down and pit and fix what we got. I'm going to be starting at the back, but we have a really fast car here. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see if we can get back up to the front. As the top 9 did not come down pit road, that is the likes of Vickers, Dillon, Ambrose, Rudiman, Nemechek, Mears, Wise, Waltrip, Annette, and everyone else came down in pit, I will be starting dead last. I lost 26 positions on the caution. We're back out of the pits. We're going to take it nice and easy, not trying to push our luck here until the end of the race. Green flag's back out at Richmond. As we sent Danica down into the inside wall, I do apologize for that. She kind of just touched my left rear quarter panel and it kind of just sent her down. I did not mean to wreck her intentionally. As they're getting feisty up in front, there's Jeff Gordon, the man who basically turned me to cause the caution. He's back in 31st. As we already gained a lot of positions, we're back up to 32nd after the caution. We finally get around Joey Logano as we make a move down to the inside of Jeff Gordon. Sparks are flying here at Richmond. We left the bottom open, but on fresh tires we get such a good run. We're not pushing our luck too hard. We know we have a fast car here. We're seeing what we can do. Down to the way bottom of the track, trying to make moves without hitting anyone. We get the run off the turn again. Going to the inside of AJ Allmendinger, making it 3 wide. Down into turn 3. Still 3 wide as we exit turn 3. Now just 2 wide, now going to be 3 wide again. We're up to 25th. Left the bottom open. We have such a good run. Now we're stuck behind AJ Allmendinger as we give him a shot. David Stremme. Well, I'm sorry, that's Parker Kligerman. Flies to the inside. Now we're just kind of stuck in a train here. Trying to hit the brakes and back out of it. As Gordon goes to the inside. I'm still trying to get a run. Back down to 31st. And again, the top 9 are going to have to come to pit road. I wouldn't say soon, but in the matter of 10 laps maybe, they should be coming out of pit road, which would give us 10 extra spots. But then strategy will start coming into play of when do the other people pit, because everyone pit but not everyone got 4 tires. As we're slowly trying to make our way back up through the field. Get around Jamie McMurray. We're getting around a lot of people, even with the wheel hub bent. Nemechek, I believe he was on just fresh tires then, and we just blew right by him. So we're up to 18th. We see Gordon just ahead of us, fighting with Danica Patrick and JJ Yaley. Gordon pushes Danica right through that mess. We're trying to get around JJ Yaley now. His pit stops will be happening very soon. Trying to reel back in Gordon ever so slowly. Some more pit stops are happening. We kind of push Gordon up the track a little bit as we get kind of a run down the front stretch. I put all the brakes in just to block Gordon and it works. Big run on Mikey. Trying to stay ahead of Gordon. When the fuel gauge starts beeping at me, that's probably when I will come into pit. I gotta run back on Gordon. He needs the picks of Mears and Nemechek doesn't really work as we put Gordon in the wall. A lot of people are coming down pit road, so we're trying to stretch it as far as we can. This time by, I'm coming in. This time by. All the way down to 40. As we went one lap down, as the leader came around the lap when we were on pit road, he should be coming in pretty soon himself to get his services done. It's going to be really close on fuel mileage here if we can make it to the end. Tires are going to last no matter what, so I'm not worried about that so much. We just got to get back out there and get on what we call train mode. A lump of metal and nowhere to go. Although, we got out ahead of Joey Logano, who we were behind when we came into the pits. So that is a good sign. We're 2 laps down in 20 seconds. If Harvick was part of the people that did not pit on that first caution, then he could actually stay out just a tiny bit longer than what we can. So we're in 17th. Just trying to work our way back up through the field, getting as close as we can to Harvick before he comes down so we can unlap ourselves. Like I said, train mode. Focused, like a train on rails, going as fast as they can. Harvick still hasn't made his run to pit road yet. We got around Dylan and a couple other guys for position. Harvick's got to be coming to pit road soon, right? And we're still catching the people that we need to catch in front of us, like Kenseth. I'm sure Truex is one of the next people. Ambrose was one of them. But we still have great race pace. Kenseth trying to make a move on Truex. So they're hitting a brick wall as I'm trying to get a move on Kenseth. I push him up the track by just getting my nose in there. We get around Kenseth. Harvick did end up and come to pit road. Because now Kasey Kahne is the leader. As we just rug the end of the wall. There's Truex got around the net. Now we got to get around the net. And Truex if possible. Peeking my nose in there, still not there. Big run off the turn. So there's Kahne. Harvick did not come to pit road. Kahne just passed him. Ambrose is on fresh tires. If we can keep pace with him, we know we got kind of a chance. Harvick coming up pit road. Time to get laps back. Now just one down. Trying to get the other one here. Because we're going to get it before the end of the race. Back on the lead lap. Next person in line is Tony Stewart. With 4 to go. Still do not like Tony Stewart. He's still a rival, but I'm going for the win. I don't want to play it dirty and cause a caution and stack the whole field up again. I want to race for it clean. 3 laps to go. Going on the outside of Nemechek. Before it comes down pit road, we're back in the top 10. 2 laps to go. White flag is out for Kasey Kahne, our leader. As we come around to take the white flag, 1 lap to go here at Richmond under the lights. Kasey Kahne comes around to turn number 4 to win at Richmond as we're trying to get back up into the top 10. We're making a late great dive at David Gilliland as we will come across the line in 10th place. If we look at the results here, Kasey Kahne had his best lap on lap 3, and he only led 7 laps. But he had really the car to beat. Kevin Harvick always has a good, strong car at short tracks. He led 34 laps. I finished 10th, and I led 4 laps, the opening 4 laps of the race. We showed we had a lot of speed. Really had a fast Chevrolet. The fastest lap did go to Denny Hamlin, who we were racing pretty good with, so we weren't pretty far off. Look more down the order. Tony Stewart, who we just got around at the end, finished 11th. We passed all these guys cleanly to get back up to the front a little bit. AJ Allmendinger, Jeff Gordon, who caused an early wreck for us and really put us back in that position. We could have had a shot to win, possibly, if we weren't fighting in the back all day. Paul Menard had a pretty decent run here in 20th. Jamie McMurray and Kyle Larson, the Earnhardt Ganassi racing cars, finishing 21st and 22nd. They had a pretty solid day. Trevor Bayne in 25th, that was a decent day. Clint Bowyer in 28th, he was a lap down just because he didn't pit on the first caution. He was pretty far down. Alex Bowman finishing 32nd, Marcus Ambrose 36th, Casey Mears 38th, and finishing last was Michael Annett for Tommy Baldwin Racing. So there you have it. Richmond is in the books. Finished 10th. Really had a fast car thanks to all of our sponsors, Dollar General, Jegs, Chevrolet, Hendrick Motorsports again for building me another very fast car. We showed at the very beginning that we really were quite fast. Our best lap was on lap number 2, but we still finished 10th after getting involved in an early wreck with Jeff Gordon, falling to the back of the pack, having to repair the car. But you know, that just shows that we have a lot of talent coming into next week. Next week, I believe it's Talladega, a super speedway. The first super speedway that I'm actually going to put online because Daytona never got published. If you really want to know why it's not published, come talk to me in person. Again, it was a really good race. You know, looking forward to super speedways. Maybe looking for our first win. You know, we're sitting like 25th in points right now, or maybe even 19th. I'll have to give you an update on that later. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified of when I upload these kinds of videos. And I'll see y'all on the flip side.